latest team news. How's Anthony Robinson?
Still in doubt. Will be difficult. I have to be honest. Will be difficult, but we have more some hours until the game, and we have to check him like we are doing every single day, and to take the decisions. The other two, they are Solomon and Harry Wilson.
You've obviously had quite a few days now to reflect on the defeat against Tottenham. I'm not sure whether you know, but in that game you completed more passes than in any other game this season. Do you see that as a positive statistic, or is it negative? Because I know your approach is normally to get the ball up as quickly as possible.
No, it was not a surprise for us because the way that Tottenham play, and they played in that way most of the times. If you have the capacity to keep the ball, they will give the ball to you and explore some of the moments. The situation and the main thing for us is not how long you can keep the ball, but what you can do with the ball or not. The aim to have the possession wasn't clear our best game on the ball. Even if we had more possession than the others, it wasn't our best game on the ball because the spaces were there, and we were analyzed with the players where was the spaces. We haven't showed the capacity to explore some situation, even if in some moments against a high quality team like Tottenham, when they play with 5 at the back and after with more 4 players, that 9 players always really narrow and around their box is difficult to find and to create the moment, not just for ourselves, I think for all the clubs at this level. We had a possession, but not with many chances, and this is the main thing for us. The possession is important if you can get something from that moment. At the same time, we didn't give many times the chance for them to make some counter-attacks. It's the moment that they would like, but on the ball wasn't our best game, definitely.
Looking ahead to Friday night in the game away at Nottingham Forest, you obviously won 4-0 there last season, but then lost to them at home. So what are you expecting from them on Friday?
Tough game. Of course, they come from a tough defeat, I believe, at home. When you are winning 2-0 at home, and of course after you didn't get points from the game, I believe that was really tough to them. They want to show a reaction for sure. You want to do the same from our last game against Tottenham. I think will be a really competitive match against a side, as you know, that what they did in the market their summer was really strong to create a competitive squad and to create a squad to compete high level in this competition. In my opinion, of course, they wanted to get points. But as you know, you want the same, and our approach will be the same. We go there to fight and to match them to get the 3 points. Is always our way, is always our aim and our ambition to the match. But definitely will be a tough match for both teams, not just for us, for them as well. Of course, the environment, atmosphere will be to them. Our fans, they will be there for sure. Nice place to play football with a good atmosphere there, and we have to show our quality.
Just finally, a word on Luke Harris's call up to the Wales squad. Firstly, how happy are you for him? And secondly, hoping to give him some more first team opportunities.
He's with us from the first day of the pre-season, and even I remember last May, I had a conversation with him last May when I was clear with him what will be the project for him in this football club with me. Since that moment, I decided that he will be with us from the first day of the pre-season, and this is what happened. We'll have games, we'll be on the bench, we'll have some minutes. We have to be patient with him as well. Don't put all this pressure around him. It was a great news for us, and most for him and for his family, of course, but for us as well, because the first one that believe really on him, in his capacities. I don't have doubts that if the things they go in a normal way, we'll have a great career ahead of him, definitely. It's important for us that he comes from our academy, a player that all of us we love and to enjoy to be with us, and now it's make him to grow as a football player is what we are doing, training with us, sometimes with us in the squad list, in the games. Finish a game now that he played 90 minutes with our under 21. That is the way we want to make him grow, to make him to keep developing his skills, and for sure he'll have this time in the first team, this football club, definitely, because he has the quality. It's important really with the 17 years old to have be called for the national team. I think is very good statement, and we are here to support him in everything.
The decision to halt football last weekend divided opinion a little bit. Do you feel it was the right one?
I think Premier League showed huge respect for the Queen, and this is the main thing for me. The people decided in a way to show the respect. Of course, if you play games, you can pay a tribute as well, but the decision was made, and all of us we have to respect the decision. And for me, was a decision that showed a huge respect for the Queen. I think everyone in this country can share this respect, of course. After you can do in a different ways, but if Premier League decides this way, of course we have to respect.
And how have you used the break? Has it been a help or a hindrance?
Okay, we using as you know, you knew knew that the game will be postponed and was on last Friday. Last Friday or last Thursday. Last Friday, I think, I'm sure, yes. And we decided to do a training session a different way on a Saturday. Normal day off on Sunday, and after you come on Monday to prepare the match against Nottingham Forest.
In terms of injury news, no new injuries then?
No, you have the two long-term that you know already, and the situation of Antonio Robis.
And your new signings, they came off the bench against Tottenham. Were they likely to start this week?
Let's see, we have one more session. Of course, I have to decide the 11. If they are here, they are competing for the place. Like the others, they are doing the same, and it's up to me to decide. One more week. Of course, it's important for them that from the last game against Tottenham will be 15 days. Of course, they are settling. They start to understand much better the process, the idea, everything what is important for them to know. And of course, now they are competing with the others, and it's up to me to decide the best 11.
The corresponding fixture last season, albeit in the Championship, you won 4-0. Does that carry through? Does that mean anything?
No, completely different game. The same way that we won last season away from home, they won here at Cottage as well. It's a different game, different season, different competition as well. More different players for them than for us. Even if the managers they are the same, but different players. Not big difference in terms of idea, philosophy as well. But I believe that the game will be completely different. And of course, we try to. We'll do our best to win the match. Is our ambition to the match, respecting them, of course, as a good side, a side that individual they have a lot of quality, definitely. They did it really well during the last summer. Of course, the defeat last week, probably or 15 days ago, was tough for them to get it. But we have to go there to play our game, to play with a good atmosphere around their team, definitely. But we have to show the character and the personality to handle it, and after to play our game.
Can I get your opinion on a proposal made by the Chelsea owner, Todd Boehly, who's proposed a North versus South All-Stars game, a bit like in the US? He said it could generate huge revenue for the Premier League. What do you make of that?
No, they have to talk. Probably is the question for my chairman, for the owner of this football club, and for the Premier League, not for me to answer that. And for the people that make the fixtures, if they have space to put more games, it's up to them to decide.
I guess that would be the big thing, wouldn't it? Fixture congestion, as much as anything else.
It's up to them to decide if they have space or not. And for the people that have the control of the situation and the financial thing as well. I think it's more about the fixture is for the managers to make the opinion, to give the opinion, definitely, and I'm here to give. All the other things is more for the chairman of this football club.
A lot of people have been picking their team off the back of it. Mitrovic is in many, unsurprising perhaps. How have you transformed? Well, not transformed in this season, obviously he scored a lot of goals last season, but he hasn't always performed in the Premier League, has he? How has that changed this season, do you think?
Not this season. I said I have repeated every time last season. I will keep repeating the same. If you are a very good player, you can be very good in Championship. You can be very good in Premier League. You can be very good in your national team. And Mitrovic is just proving his quality, like he did last season. For me, like he did last season, 2 seasons ago, 3 seasons ago, in national team as well. I'm not the right person to talk about 2 seasons ago or 3 seasons ago what's happened with him. I played sometimes against him in Premier League. when I was in the different clubs, and I felt always that is a treat for all the defenders, all the backlines as well. Just is proving his quality. He's happy. He's playing with a big ambition, like all his teammates as well, and all our team. And I'm here to take the best from him. We did it last season. A connection between me, him, his teammates is really strong. To support him in everything, to provide for him and to play for his strengths as well, and to demand from him what I think is the best to do it, to always to be for Fulham to be stronger and stronger and stronger. It's my job here, and I think we are doing it, but the connection, of course, is really strong. From the first day, between all my staff, myself, and with him is really strong. I know his qualities, I know what I can take the best from him. It's up to me to keep working with him.
6 goals from 6 Premier League games. How many do you think he can score this season?
Not important. Important is for Fulham Football Club win football matches. This is the main thing for us. If he will be Mitro scoring, fantastic. If it will be Vinicius scoring, fantastic as well. If it will be a central defender scoring, will be great for us at the same time. For us, not important who will score. Important for us to get the 3 points in each game or to fight for it. As a striker and as our man there up front, of course, we try to provide for him the chances, because we know if you keep providing, he'll score goals. But Mitrovic, I'm repeating always the same, but I have to do again. Is much more than just a goal scorer for us. Much more. I think the last few games is proving that on the ball, off the ball, is much more than a goal scorer. Of course, the highlight comes from the goals, and I hope he can keep scoring because it's important. I would like to have always the same questions from you. That means that he's doing well.
Okay, James. We have a couple of minutes left on broadcast section. I'll come to you just in a minute. Dan, do you have anything for broadcast?
Yeah, just a quick one, if that's all right. So like Harry Wilson was back in some training this week, so how sort of close he is to making a comeback, how far along he is in his recovery?
Still far. We'd like to have good news soon, but still far. Still doing individual work with Bruno Mendes. Much more involved. It's good to see him on the pitch already, but just doing individual work. Not many things on the ball as well, and will take more time.
Do you think it might be after the World Cup that he comes back, or before, or is it too early to say?
After the World Cup?
Yeah.
No, I think it will be before the World Cup. But